this Ahrefs study, which was done recently, and then Patrick from Ahrefs wrote a long blog post about it. So what they did is they took a large data set of answers generated by different AI engines. So they took around 76 million AI overviews, almost 1 million ChatGPT prompts, and almost 1 million Perplexity prompts for the month of the June. Like this month, it's been, I'm recording this at 15 June. So it's first 2 weeks or data for the month of the June. Yep. And then Patrick did analysis of like what's going on, what's being shown in the answers across these three different AI surfaces. And what they found is like 86% of top mentioned sources are not shared across ChatGPT, Perplexity, and AI overviews, which means that the answers are really different in terms of what is being presented to the users for the same queries that they are searching for. It's a totally different story for each AI surface. So ChatGPT is saying something else, Perplexity is saying something else, AI overviews is saying something else, which is interesting. And then Patrick also went into did the specific analysis and got some really interesting specific pointers out of this study, like, and have shared these as a graphs. So the first thing is like only 14% of the top 50 mentioned sources were shared across ChatGPT, Perplexity, and Google AI. So which means that if any user is searching same prompt, then they see a wide variety of the sources, mentions, and answers across these systems, and there is not much similarity. Only 14% of the top 50 mentioned sources, which means that the citations are really different across these platforms. There is not much similarity of the citations in across these platforms. And this one is also interesting. Overlap of the top 50 most mentioned brand in AI assistants by count. So the top 50 brands which are mentioned for so many prompts analysis that Ahrefs have done, these many, it's just 7 brands. So there are just across hundreds and thousands of prompts, the answers across AI overviews, ChatGPT, and Perplexity, only 7 brands consistently show up in the answers to the queries, which is really interesting. Like, so it's almost like you can be optimized for AI overviews and get the visibility in that, but that does not guarantee your visibility in ChatGPT or Perplexity. So the optimization for these AI surfaces have to be specific. And that also leads to another question, like if it is specific, then what it is, how you can plan it, and if there will be any overlap between that strategy, or you will have to run 3 different parallel strategies to optimize for AI overviews, ChatGPT, and Perplexity at the same time. And it's going to be like a really difficult thing to do given how the models are pulling the answers. And this data just shows that. Overlap of the top 50 most mentioned brands in AI assistants. So you can see that some of the brands are just getting visibility in Google's AI overviews. Some of them are getting visibility in ChatGPT only. Some of them are getting visibility in Perplexity only, and some of them are like there is overlap. For example, in this one, Business Insider, Screen Rant, CNN Brazil, Just Watch, TV Guild, Google, Netflix, they are getting visibility in ChatGPT and in Perplexity as well. But for example, India Times is getting visibility in Google's AI overviews and ChatGPT too. And who are the brands which are getting visibility in all of these three? Is these ones: Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Apple, Globo, ESPN, AOL or UOL. Yep. So why are they different? Like, what is going on exactly? Perplexity uses real-time web search, then it ranks, then it quotes and cites the best matching sources. ChatGPT with browsing feature turned on, its search, filters for trusted and licensed domains, and then cites information. ChatGPT default, no citations unless pre-built, maybe hallucinate. And then Google AI overviews, of course, they use the search index, the usual search results, and then the curated citation list and some Bing pilot information. And also, this is like really interesting one, like how is the broad bias of these models, because these models are biased towards one source or another, or in one way or another, depending upon what training data they were trained on, or what citation sources they are using for building the answer. And over here, Google AI overviews lean towards the same top sites we are used to seeing in search results. So, which means that Google's AI overviews are just taking the top results for the query and then doing the summarization of all of that and presenting it as an answer. There is a heavy emphasis on authoritative websites for health, finance, encyclopedia knowledge, social media, as well as a bias for Google owned properties. Notably missing are media sites, non Google entertainment sites, and e commerce sites. And for ChatGPT, it leans more towards publishers and non Google media. And for Perplexity, it's an interesting one. Pulls from a broad international corpus. There are many local and regional brands that want in the top 50 for other AI assistants. Perplexity does not have social websites or traditional Western media. So, out of all these, Google AI overviews and ChatGPT and Perplexity, Perplexity is the one who have the broad spectrum of opinion about things, and it pulls the information from a variety of the sources and then tries to present it to the user. So that is really really interesting. So I just wanted to share this video, a really interesting study. I will link it in the post, and you can read it over there. Let me know if you have any question, or if you also noticed any other interesting study that you want to share with me. Bye.